Hey guys, my name is Joni and this is Branching Business. Welcome to another video, and this video is titled "We need to keep going even when nobody cares." So I'm a big fan of many YouTubers, and I watch lots of YouTube videos myself, and there are many YouTubers who have this pretty awful view of the world, in my opinion, and then there are others who remain positive and try to encourage their viewers. And one channel that I really like is called Accepting the Universe, and it's quite philosophical, but it's a really good channel, and perhaps it's a bit too philosophical for me, even though I have a master's degree in philosophy. But anyways, so there are some channels that are really positive, and then there are channels that are really negative, and I think it's a shame that there are so many channels that are really negative. And yes, it's true that world can be a really tough place, and people experience all kinds of hardships, and it's really hard out there. But I personally don't see how it can help anyone to focus on the negative side of things, to focus on the downside. It's really possible that any one of us can suffer and have to deal with hardships. But anyways, I think even during the hardest of times, it's important to stay positive, and I want my channel to be as positive as it can be, and I hope that I can show with my example that there are options and possibilities that people don't always recognize. And I think it's a shame that on YouTube there are many communities and many groups that form around negativity, and people start telling each other that it's impossible to find a job and life is meaningless and all that. But I think it's not good that people are doing that for themselves. It's really not good. They have more options and possibilities than they realize. So I want to show people that even though I have a good life, and I have a good and stable life, but I'm not a successful person by any means. I'm unemployed at the moment. So I want to show with my example that there are options and there are possibilities, and when you keep your outlook positive, then positive things can happen. And actually, when I think about this video's title, "We need to keep going even when nobody cares," it's that my advice is that people should pursue things when they want to do those things without external rewards, without any monetary rewards or any rewards that come from outside. So it's a good thing to have a community that cares for you and all that, but all the most important things in life are those that are meaningful in a personal way, and we need to do those things because we feel like we need to do them, regardless of what anyone else thinks or says. Or of course we need to reflect on what we are doing, and when we are doing different projects, then it's important that we collect feedback from others so we can improve on what we are doing. But when it comes to these larger questions in life, such as what we should do with our lives, or is this one option better than the other, then I think it's for each one of us to decide for ourselves, and no one else can decide for you what's really important in life. So I wrote the book called Jobless Diaries, and one thing that I emphasize in that book is that even when you're unemployed, you are the only person who can know what's best for you, and even then you shouldn't take other people's advice at face value, because every individual has his or her own interests, and no one else can share those exact same interests. Yes, so that's pretty much all I have to say. In a nutshell, we need to do things because we personally feel that they are important, and we should really want those things regardless of what other people's think and what other people's want, and how other people who are in a similar position would do if they were us. So we shouldn't think about similar people who are in a similar position how these people are doing and how much they are earning, or any of that. That's none of our business. We should focus on our own work, and if that's not enough, then it is not enough, and that's all we can do. Actually, we have to do our best and keep doing our best in the future. And one more thing before I forget. So I was studying philosophy, and I noticed that many philosophers during the long history of philosophy were actually not that well known during their lifetime. And when you think about it, it's possible that you could be the most perfect individual, and the most virtuous individual, and the best individual, and all that. You could very well be the most perfect human being, and it's still possible that no one would recognize it during your lifetime. So that's one more reason why we should do things for themselves and for our own personal reasons, and not for the reasons of others. Okay, that's all I have to say at this point. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you again in one of my future videos. Thanks. Bye bye.